Say, Lil Nyuk, hey, let me tell you this. We back at it again. Your favorite uncle, your favorite Theo. Back with some Ren for you. We got that Ren back in the heezy. Can't believe I said easy. That really just showed my age. But we got Ren again. We're gonna start off this Ren week and see where it goes. We got the 1 million subscriber video. Y'all been spamming me for this one. So figured this would probably be the best place to start, just to get the feel for who Ren is based off of this video, is what y'all saying. So we can get into it and probably do Sick Boy next and probably Money Game. Not for sure if we're gonna group all the Money Game together, but if you guys want to see Money Game all grouped together, just let me know. Let me know in the comments and we could do that. But definitely gonna do Sick Boy next and go from there. I'm excited. I'm ready. I can't wait. Can't wait to see, what you guys have been talking about. So let's get it.
I want to keep this short and sweet because I wrote something that I want to share with you. But first of all, I just want to say how grateful I am. I've reached 1 million subscribers on YouTube, which is a flipping huge milestone. I wanted to say thank you to everyone who supported my music over the years, whether you're newly on board or have been here for a while. I wanted to say thank you to the YouTube reaction community who have gotten behind my stuff in a big way and really helped me reach this goal. So thank you guys. I wanted to read this passage that I wrote.
That may be the first time I have heard an artist, and before I started a reaction channel, I watched reactions, for 10 plus years, probably before I even started this channel. So I want to say that this is the first time I've heard an artist actually thank the reaction community. I believe that more artists should get behind it because it really helps, push people forward and push artists forward. I think everybody grows from it, but most people don't see it that way. So
I wanted to read this passage that I wrote about success. It's too much for me to remember right now, so bear with me. But yeah, success to me means that I have a responsibility that transcends me. If I have a platform where people are paying attention, then I feel like it's my duty to make that count. It's far more important than my aspirations with music and what I could personally gain. There's a saying that stuck with me recently, which was a rising tide lifts all ships. Somehow, by finding success for myself has meant that I can find success for the people around me, and that makes me feel very rich. I'm in a very strange position right now where I owe much of my success to the most destructive force in my life, which has been the turbulence of my physical and mental illness. The thing that has by far brought me the most pain has been a source of constant inspiration, which ironically led to creations which brought me the most joy. Creating art which means something to somebody else and can potentially be a companion to somebody else in the dark justifies my own pain, and I desperately needed that to be justified. There are a lot of people alive today who live in the dark. It's a place that I'm very familiar with. In the peak of my health problems, I was severely underweight. All my meals had to be restricted and blended, and I was so tired that I couldn't participate in life. I couldn't socialize, I couldn't watch films, I couldn't read. My bones constantly hurt. Even standing in the shower was excruciating and exhausting. And this went on for years, with no answers. Nobody could have ever convinced me during that time that my pain and suffering would be a source for something good, because it felt insidious. Nobody could have ever convinced me that something constructive can come from hurting every day. But I'm
that word insidious really just made it, just drove it home. Good God. Okay, let's, this may be a good start. Well, there's some markers here. Let me go to the next marker and then we'll back it up and see if we can talk a little bit about it. But I'm fucking with everything he's saying. He's so fucking well spoken. Like his words are, the way he writes is very simple yet inspirational and very I don't want to say simple. It's just easy to comprehend, but at the same time has a sort of complexity to it. You know, it's like right in the sweet spot. I love it.
I'm here to tell you that if you are hurting every day, don't be afraid. One thing I know to be a certain, to be a constant law of the universe, is that life is inconsistent. Life is beautiful and life is hideous. Life is kind and life is cruel. Dancing inside this dichotomy and inconsistency.
High Ren. That's high Ren right there. It's understanding the balance, the difference, and the two that you. Oh, sorry, I know I said I was gonna let him cook. Let me.
Consistency makes me know that you won't hurt forever. Whether that comes from resolution of what you're going through or acceptance of where you are, you won't hurt forever. You don't know yet whether or not your pain conceals gold.
Okay. That mark. I think maybe these markers are his page turns, but let's take this back a little bit and let's dissect it just a hair, not much, because these are personal words, and I mean, well, obviously everything is personal to him, but I don't want to tear it apart like that, and I really just want to put a little small, 2 coins in there, and see if we can pull the life lessons out of it.
Creating art which means something to somebody else and can potentially be a companion to somebody else in the dark justifies my own pain, and I desperately needed that to be justified. There are a lot of people alive today who live in the dark. It's a place that I'm very familiar with. In the peak of my health problems, I was severely underweight.
Most of us cannot understand the actual pain, the literal pain that he's gone through being sick, but we've all suffered a pain that in our perspective has been just as painful and just as dark, and it's just not as bad as we all think it is. You have to learn to be comfortable with it. You have to learn, and it seems like he's found that he didn't just wallow in his pain and wallow in his suffering and just decide that it's dark in here, I'm just going to go to sleep. He decided, like, no, I don't want to be in this dark. I want to figure out, what does this mean, how what is the justification for this. And in order to find that justification, in order to find that way through the pain, you have to move. And when you move, then you transform into something, the journey. You transform into something that is able to be shown in the light. That is what gets you into the light, not just going to sleep when it's dark, but working through the darkness. Yeah, and a lot of this is a part of High Ren. I see that, and he said something back. I missed it. I thought it was in here. I'm gonna just try to find it, because I kind of had a thought, and I want to just make sure I can complete that thought. Let's see here, and then I'll skip ahead to wherever I was before. I was like on 130 or something.
To me means that I have a responsibility that transcends me. If I have a platform where people are paying attention, then I feel like it's my duty to make that count. It's far more important than my aspirations with music and what I could personally gain. There's a saying that stuck with me recently, which was, a rising tide lifts all ships. Somehow, by finding success for myself has meant that I can find success for the people around me, and that makes me feel very rich.
That also goes to the reaction channels, and I can attest to that. I don't know if anybody saw in one of my videos, I had a goal. I had a goal in the beginning of the end of November, and I was sitting at around 4,000 subscribers, and I was in a little bit of a lull. Jeremiah was very much, and he was very much lifing. He had gotten a new job, trying to raise his kid, with his girlfriend, they're just trying to figure everything out, and it was kind of hard for us to come together and finish these videos, and it kind of put me in a little bit of a lull. But I had to stop and take a step back. It put me in the dark, and I had to step back and say, okay, how can I continue doing this? I need to continue doing this. This was, this channel wasn't necessarily meant for him to even be a complete part of it. It just kind of happened that way. And so I decided, okay, I'm gonna finish up the little bit of the Sleep Token, songs that I needed for the, This Place Will Become Your Tomb album. And then I said, after that, I'm going to hit some of these requests that people have been asking for and give him a little bit of time to, to kind of regulate and get him, get started again. And High Ren was the first request. And that video alone pushed me over 5,000, well before the end of the year. And now here I am sitting at, I think at this time I'm sitting at, 6,100. So I understand this very much. And I feel the same way. The reason why I'm not necessarily, I care about lyrics. I care about, what people are meaning, what people mean, or what people are trying to say through their lyrics. But at the end of the day, what I care more about is what it means to me and how it helps me to help you rise. Because as I give you the information and give you the life lessons and give you the secrets that I've learned through my experiences, we all rise the same way he's taught, And it's on a little bit of a different level, different perspective, but it's all the same. So sorry, I talk way more than I wanted to there.
I'm in a very strange position right now where I owe much of my success to the most destructive force in my life, which has been the turbulence of my physical and mental illness.
Now when he said that, I don't know why, but I just, maybe at this point, he's come to realize that this is just life. This is how life is. Ren, it's not strange, bro. It's not strange. I understand what you're saying. But maybe you don't really mean it that way. Maybe you, and I'm not trying to really pick it apart, but it's not strange. It's beautiful. Maybe you could even say it's beautifully strange, whatever. But it's beautiful. And I've come to learn, that the darkness and the turmoil that we encounter every day is a beautiful thing. I don't know, I take a line from a Sleep Token song, which I had never heard like this, but, I offer you a black lit paradise. And that's what we live in. And in order for us to continue to grow, we have to be, our black lit paradise has to be our, probably our first home, not even our second home. So.
The thing that has by far brought me the most pain has been a source of constant inspiration, which ironically led to creation. But I'm here to tell you that if you are hurting every day, don't be afraid. One thing I know to be a constant law of the universe, is that life is inconsistent. Life is beautiful and life is hideous. Life is kind and life is cruel. Dancing inside this dichotomy and inconsistency makes me know that you won't hurt forever. Whether that comes from
I like that wording, dancing inside of this dichotomy. That's a song lyric, bro. You need to put that in a song, cause God, that was fire.
Solution of what you're going through or acceptance of where you are. You won't hurt forever. You don't know yet whether or not your pain conceals gold. It definitely conceals wisdom, and it's...
I don't know if you won't hurt forever. Because if you're on a consistent, while life is inconsistent, we have to be consistent. And I'm literally looking at this, pain conceals wisdom right here on the chapter. As long as you're seeking wisdom, you're going to be in pain. It's just that, it's like working out. You work out and you get sore and you get sore, but you know that as long as you keep going, Eventually you stop getting sore. And then if you keep doing the same workout, then you no longer are building anything. You're just maintaining. So as long as you are looking to continue growth, continue to find wisdom, then you will continue to be in pain. There are lapses in that pain, like I said, where you get to the point where like, oh, okay, I've reached the ceiling here. Now I need to make this ceiling my new floor, and you got to keep moving. But what he's saying, I understand what he's saying. Like I said, I'm not trying to pick apart what he's saying. I'm trying to find the life lessons in what he's saying, and I want to pull those out of it and share with you guys my perspective and how I have used the things that he is saying in my own life. So, this is not a critique to his words at all.
It's definitely a catalyst for filling you with empathy. So stand strong, my friends, and don't let the darkness consume you. Because once you know the dark and become intimate with it, you become very capable of wielding the light.
Man, that's it right there. That's it. Once you get comfortable with the dark, then you'll be able to wield the light. That's fire. Yes, Rand. Yes, sir.
The dark and become intimate with it, you become very capable of wielding the light.
Become intimate.
You could be instrumental for changing this world for the better. There's nothing humble about shrinking or doubting yourself because you are large.
Bro, you speaking to me, bro. You were speaking to me. Golly. This part right here is...
You can be ferocious and you could be magnificent. For the medical industry, who too often let people fall through the cracks, it's your duty to do better. For the people living in the light, who have either stepped out of their shadow or have never had to walk beside it, it's your responsibility to put out untainted love. Our own greed, desire to ferociously expand, and decisions rooted in self-interest can benefit ourselves in a material sense, but can be very destructive to the hive and the world around us, ultimately hurting ourselves.
No, you went spoken word there for a second. I see you.
So we really must consider that if we're going to step into a bright future. As humans, we have an incredible potential, and it would be a shame to throw it away. So community, humanity, and changing our relationship with the natural world so it leans more towards homeostasis must be a priority. Priority number one. If you're watching this and there's a knot tied up in your stomach with bitterness, anger, or hatred for your fellow human being, be with it, feel it, understand it, express it, and then let it go. You're hurting. Give yourself love, forgive yourself, and then project that love outwards and the anger will pass.
Ooh, I like how he said, like, the anger doesn't leave. You have to put the love out first and then it leaves. I like that. I like that. And that's how it goes. I mean, it makes me think about another kind of sense of something, like your motivation doesn't come from just deciding you're going to be motivated. Your motivation comes after you put action behind a plan. And this is what he's saying. He's saying, like, you have to be that first, and you have to decide that, I'm going to push through this no matter what. And then you see, and before you know it, and lots of times you don't even know it until it's already happened. All of a sudden you just wake up and you're just like, wow, I'm just not angry anymore. I am finally where I feel like, this YouTube channel is 100% that.
We have a decision in every interaction to tilt the world towards heaven or hell, towards Jannah or Jahannam, utopia or dystopia, and some people's ideas of heaven will be another's image of hell. So
I think why I fuck with him so much, dude, Ren, why I fuck with you so much, bro, is because you understand the duality. And that duality is, man, it's also kind of why I don't fuck with like a lot of hip hop and stuff anymore. I love some of these artists and I do still like rap and I still whatever, but they don't talk real shit. They're not talking real shit. Go back and watch our Drake videos and our Kendrick videos, the whole rap beef. We almost have nothing to say because all it is about gossip. and about what, oh, somebody bought so-and-so's ring. I'm pissed off. Like, who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares, bro? Like, how does that help me grow as a person? How does that help me, pay my taxes? How does that help me take care of my family? How does that help me? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Tread carefully, but treat those differences with respect. Tapestries are made beautiful because of the variety in the sum of their parts. Thank you to 1 million people inside this rich tapestry for the opportunity for me to try and spread my own vision of what I believe to be good.
Damn, fuck, bro. I'm sorry. I really wish I was a part of that 1 million. Hey, I'm a part of the 2 million, though. Let's get it.
And thank you for justifying my pain. Thank you. I love you.
Damn. That was fire. That was fire. Yeah, I really hope that you guys didn't take it as me trying to pick apart something so personal to him. Like, that is definitely not what I want to do. But the goal of this channel is to find life lessons in the things that we find in common. And obviously we all find this dude in common. This guy has spoken to all of us, even me in this short amount of time. I've only listened to 2 songs of his. One was a song that was just pure, anger. But that's that's life. You have to go through those angry times. If you don't get angry, then you'll never move. Like, nobody moves and everything is right. When everything is going, like, everybody moves when they get frustrated with where they are. Everybody moves when they get angry about where they are. And not enough of us are angry enough to fucking make a difference in this world. And this dude right here, I don't need to say much of anything else. Like, comment, subscribe, notification bell. Let's move. Let's get it.